Financial education is a fraudster. He's a scammer. He's an idiot. He's a moron. Add him to my list of 5 people, now make it 6, of all these YouTube effing idiots who suck at investing.
Damn, shit just got real, baby. If you know financial education, Jeremy and everything money, these two just decided to butt heads, and I love the stock market cringe. So we're going to break this down. We're going to start with the receipts, go through the overview, and then obviously comment on this, but take a quick listen and we'll break this down.
Let me give an example. We posted a video a year and a half ago about Tattooed Chef. And he went on blast with us and said, these guys don't get it. I do my thorough research before I look at any numbers. It is currently at 6. That effing moron had the audacity to sit there and believe you have to know a company inside and out before you ever look at their financials. How's it looking for you now there, Jeremy? How about Voyager? Voyager Digital is down 99% since he said to buy it. 99 effing percent. For those of you idiots out there who don't know what that means, how long does it take to recover from a 99% loss?
Pow! Pow! Shots fired, my God. Paul is not happy. He's got something rammed up his butt so hard that he can't get over Jeremy promoting things like Voyager Digital that he's now lost $300,000 on, which if you couldn't rub any more salt in that wound, it just gets a lot worse. And obviously Tattooed Chef, a lot of these small cap hype stocks that he's seeing 50 to 99% losses on. And he kind of replies to this and offers some anecdotes. So take a listen.
Voyager, obviously, I wanted some sort of crypto exposure. Sure, looking back in hindsight, I should have kept my crypto exposure to 0, right? That would have been awesome. But when I looked at it in 2021, I was looking for some sort of crypto exposure. So my thing was I was either going to put a few $100,000 in Ethereum, or I was going to put a few $100,000 in what I had found, which was Voyager Digital, right? And so with Voyager Digital, this was this brokerage that was obviously growing like crazy. And I mean, if you want to talk about the numbers for Voyager were extraordinary. No one can deny that. The user growth numbers, starting to get to profitability, the assets under management, where they were ranking in the App Store. They were doing partnerships with like Mark Cuban and the Dallas Mavericks, and like you can't deny the fact that Voyager had their stuff together when it came to numbers. There was nothing you could poke out and be like, that's a bad number. Their numbers were incredible. The one thing we couldn't see with Voyager, right, was that they would lend a bunch of money to a hedge fund that ended up going under in the Terra Luna situation, right? And Voyager was stuck holding a $600 million plus bag. I didn't see that coming. I wish I would have. I would have never invested in the stock and lost myself $300K if I had known they were going to do that. And so I never call people a bunch of names, and I've stayed consistent with that, and I'm going to stay consistent to that to this day. And is it tough to, when you're brutalized like that, not to fire back? Yes, absolutely.
Now, Jeremy tries to take the higher moral ground here by basically saying, I'm not going to call anyone out, I'm not going to make fun of anybody, but he did mention that I'm 100% transparent. I show all of my gains, my losses, every single trade that I make, and that's something that Everything Money has not done. Now, they did fire back on this in the most recent replied video, and I want to show you a quick clip of that, and then we're going to comment on it and some challenges they put in for $1 million over the next 10 years. But take a quick listen.
If Jeremy wants to have an auditor come in and audit my books, 1,000,000% allowed to do it. Let's go do it. You might sit there and say, well, Paul, why don't you say it? Well, he's also already calling me a liar. So whatever I say, he's going to say, no, you're lying. So hire an auditor. I'm fine with that. Come audit my books. I'll show you my accounts. They'll say, yeah, this guy is up big time this year. 2, I'm not hiding any losses. Do I have stocks that are down? Absolutely. I'm not hiding anything, guys. The only thing I do not discuss is things our lawyers, because we have this community that we charge on software, says, listen, you cannot do certain things.
Oh, come on, Paul. You can show your freaking return. I don't know one thing that you've touched or recommended that you were touching that isn't down dramatically. So the only way you're up this year is from shorting the markets. I mean, there's no other way around it, right? So why can't you just show us how much you're up this year and stop hiding behind your lawyers? I mean, it doesn't seem like something that's going to get you in trouble, right? And I'm not playing sides here. I don't care for Jeremy. I don't care for Everything Money. It's all fugazi. Everything they preach is complete BS in my humble opinion. But this has led into a challenge. Now they're both kind of combating each other to compete to try and see who can out-return the other person over the next 10 years. So just take a quick listen.
I'm the worst investor, blah, 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 and they're just ganging up on me right now. I issue you a challenge, okay? And I know every single one of those people is watching this video right now. So don't turn it off now, okay? I'm issuing you a challenge. And this is fine with being open. And I know you guys don't like to be open. You like to hide. I like to be open. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a 1, 3, and 5 year challenge, okay? We can set up an Excel spreadsheet. We'll link it in the description of all our videos. And we each get to pick 10 stocks or ETFs, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. And we'll see who does better over the next 1 year, 3 years, 5 years.
Now, Everything Money accepted this challenge, but with some caveats, and they made it way more confusing. I think you could have simplified this out by just saying, hey, a 5 and 10 year trading account where we can monitor everything that we own and see actually how it plays out over the years. But this is what they responded with.
Challenge accepted. But I'm going to go a step further, guys. No real investor. If anybody was a real investor, nobody would ever agree to a 1 year challenge. But I'm going to do something better. I'm going to do a 10-year challenge. $1 million. $1 million, Jeremy. The winner gets $1 million to the charity of their choice. You decide if you're in or not. But here's what we're going to do. Whoever's winning after 1 year gets 50 G's. 3 years, 100 G's. 5 years, 200 G's. This honors everything you do. 10 years, $650,000. Here are the rules. We put it in some sort of big brokerage, E-Trade, Charles Schwab, Fidelity. They get on board, and I'm sure they will, that at the end of every year, they announce the returns. That's it. You have to pay the taxes out of your own pocket. No money coming out of the account, no money going into the account. But you can invest in anything you want. This is my challenge, $1 million. And here's the other thing. I'm going to give Jeremy a little bit of an advantage over me. Jeremy, you can either choose for yourself to invest only in the S&P 500 or force me to only invest in the S&P 500. Here's how cocky I'm being. 1, I will beat the S&P 500 over the next 10 years. 2, you will not beat the S&P 500 over the next 10 years.
Now, I do agree with Paul here. Over a 1 year basis, very hard to see a real investment thesis play out because I don't listen to any of these idiots. I do everything. I buy crypto, I buy value stocks, I buy index funds and ETFs. And the fact is, you can't tell anybody what to do on YouTube because I don't know anything about you. I don't know how young you are, your income, your time horizon, your risk tolerance, all of that shit comes into play. So this is just purely entertainment. And that's the only way you should take it, and maybe take a little anecdotes of advice and try and apply it to your own circumstance. But listening to these two opposite-ended idiots act like they're the only ones that know what they're doing, it just sounds ridiculous. Now, I'm going to give Jeremy much more credit here for not pushing it over the line and just calling people out because, hey, they had a bad run, but at least they're still on a percentage basis outperforming the market, which, again, I've never seen Everything Money's performance, and something tells me over a 5-year period, they're underperforming the S&P 500 anyways. But this would be very entertaining to see how this could unfold moving forward, and I'd love to see this challenge play out in real time. So I'm hoping Jeremy, takes the views because obviously it's going to generate a lot of income from ad revenue here, baby. So again, no one cares what you're doing so long as you're making money. I mean, do you think if Jeremy shorted Voyager or at least flipped it when it dumped up, in a month or two, you think we'd be having this conversation? Hell no. It's like the Dogecoin millionaire. If he wasn't an idiot and he took profits, like I always preach, you're making hundreds of % a month here. It's time to sell. Take profit. Diversify, baby. That's how I got so bloody rich. That's how my percentage returns are better than Kathy Wood's, and I guarantee you Everything Money's. But I want to pass that question off to you. What do you guys think about this YouTube drama? I find it very entertaining, and I'd love to see how it unfolds. But stay cool, stay awesome, and as always, I look forward to catching you in the next one.